Hello, how are you? Thank you so much for booking a reading with me. My name is Brittany Michelle. I am your tarot reader. Per Etsy, tarot and astrology are for entertainment purposes only. But if you are in need of any financial, legal, or medical insights, please seek a professional of those sorts. A message for me is that tarot and astrology are both beautiful tools to guide us through this life experience. Please know that through it all, nothing is set in stone. So if something just simply does not resonate, leave it exactly where it is, and we're going to keep it pushing. So the insight, let's see. You have made some major changes in life since December. Congratulations. What impact does those have on your life, and what changes, if any, do you still need to make? Now, I went ahead and I did some astrology because I felt like that was important, and then I'm going to talk. I have the tarot cards over here, and then I have my notes over here, so I don't I'll still talk your ear off, but so I don't talk your ear off as much. Okay, so let's jump into this astrology. No matter where you've been on, any type of social media, anything of those sorts, we have been calling 2026 the great reset, the great pivot, the great shift. There's so many things that's transitioning into something old, or from something old into something new surrounding this 2026 year. So when it comes for you, it is definitely 2026 being a great reset for you, okay? And you're probably feeling that around leading up to those, like October-ish leading in, maybe even further out. Now, what are the impacts of your recent changes? Okay, Jupiter retrograde that happened already in your 8th house, and the Neptune stationing direct also in your 8th house. Definitely a reconstruction and a re-understanding of finances, of how you make money, what you do with your money, where you invest it. Really, honestly, a purge of lingering debts, a purge of, mindsets that have kept you in a space that have been like unhealthy when it comes to finances, and just really emotional and financial separation. Okay, now what does that look like? It looks like reclaiming your power and using the resources that you have. Okay, not needing as much, not having that emotional that pull, like, oh, I need to have this in order to do this, and this. Definitely a reality check. There's no more powering through things. It's very much, we are not draining ourselves. We're not forcing anything, any direction in our lives. We are allowing ourselves space to do our part and what we need to do, and then allowing and trusting spirit to do and handle whatever comes next, and having faith and trusting that. Okay, now Saturn and Neptune happened February 20th, when that whole conjunction happened in the sign of Aries at 0 degrees. That happened in your 6th house of work and wellness. This is very much a time where you are looking at your routines, your daily habits, your schedule, and you're asking yourselves, is this working for me? Or is this hurting me? Like, what are we doing here? You know what I mean? Jupiter entering the sign of Cancer happens June 2nd of 2026. And that is happening in your 9th house, okay? So where that is, I always think Jupiter, think big, think expansion, think luck, think opportunities. This is a time where you are maybe even sharing or speaking out about your journey and your story, and sharing with the world, or sharing with, the people around you, like what you've overcome, what you're doing. Changes, when it comes to changes you still need to make. With Saturn in your 6th house, literally all year, we are not relying on the hustle and bustle and hustle to make it. We are more putting in the effort. Not saying that the effort wasn't put in before, but we are putting in our work, and then we are allowing everything else to catch up, okay? We're not forcing things like, oh, we have more time, we're force. We're not doing that. we're not looking at it like, oh, how can we do 20% more? We're looking at how can we make this 20% work? How can we make this 20% last? How can we make this 20%, fruitful? You know what I mean? Not really hustling for it. I don't know where that 20% came from. I just thought of something. Also, something as a Scorpio, okay, you may be very defensive of holding on to some past things, some past hurts, some past transitions, some past has-tos, some past energies. With Pluto in retrograde in Aquarius, this comes in May, and I think it ends in October. You are invited to find that safety net behavior, that safety net, and not a safety cage. Do not cage your mind in, in the things that have changed, or in the things that, that have brought you worried, or that may keep you worried about the future or the past or the present. Okay. You don't, right. So of course my stuff dies as I'm mid conversation. So, whoa, let's get into the tarot side of everything. Ultimately, astrology wise, nothing needs to be forced. Nothing needs to be nothing. We just need to separate ourselves from things that do not serve us. And that's exactly what you're already, you're walking away from things. Okay. You're already walking away from things. I'm trying to pull up your stuff. Hold on real quick. Right, my computer was like, nope. And to say that we're post Mercury retrograde, I mean, I know we feel it for a week after, but goodness, my technology is acting crazy. So vibe check for the tarot. I have the World, I have the Princess of Swords reversed, and I have the Three of Jars. So we are entering in a new time, a new sense of celebration, a new sense of self, a new awareness, new eyes, new energy, just new possibilities, new things overall are happening all around us. Okay. You have just done something amazing, extraordinary. You made some huge life decisions after you have come to terms with what they were, and you saw what needed to be done, and you made a move. So we are in a time of celebration, or we are walking towards a time of celebration, but also self-discovery, okay? Self-enjoyment, self-fulfillment, connection to spirit, all the things, okay? Now, you've made major life changes since December. What impact have those had on your life? Okay. Now, I have the Ace of Swords reversed. I do have the Devil reversed. And I do have the Three of Pentacles. Okay. So where we may not be able to see or understand what everything is and how things are falling into place for us now, we may not be able to feel or see that right now, but we have detached from an energy that has drained us, that has our energies that has drained us, that have kept us in spaces that were keeping us from seeing the world, experiencing the world, connecting with spirit, connecting with self, understanding self, and really being present, okay? So with that disconnection, you allowed yourself to be back in control, to be back to self, to be back honoring yourself, to be connecting the dots back to you and choosing you, okay? Where things may be moving a little bit slower than expected, it is still moving. It's moving slowly. One, we just had our new year. Okay. So the spring equinox just started. So expect things to start to speed up, but we're moving slow and steady. We're moving slow and steady, but we're moving slow and steady because we are learning things as we go along the way. And as we're learning things that's going along the way, we are addressing and seeing and experiencing and embracing them as us, how we see, how we feel in real time, not what we're told, not what we're expected, how it actually is for us. And then not only are we navigating the path based off of that, we are putting We are putting boundaries down to create that path, to continue that path as we continue to move forward. And with that continuation of moving forward and trusting and being connected to self and aligning and having that alignment, we not only walk away from things that aren't serving us, that walk away from spaces that we have outgrown and people who simply do not deserve to be in our circle. We are walking towards our community. We are building our community. We're building our support. We're building our band of understanding, if you will. Okay. Now, because I want to make sure that I am wording everything correctly. What changes do you still need to make? Okay. I have the Fool, or the Keeper, for this deck, but it's connected to the Fool card in reverse. I have the King of Pentacles in reverse, and I have the Empress also in reverse. Okay. I think we need to disconnect with the fear of needing to do more, with the fear of not doing enough or not having things together. Okay. You are in a space where it might be moving a little bit slower than expected. One, we have to ask ourselves, is this time frame our time frame, or is this time frame coming from things that we are comparing from other sources? We live in a day and age where everything's on the internet, everything's on TikTok, everything's on Facebook, everything's on Instagram, on TV, on the news. Sometimes we get this time frame or this conception of a time frame based off of other people's journeys. So first we must ask ourselves, is this time frame that we expect, is this what it actually, is this aligned with us? Is this coming from us? Yes or no? Okay, then we have to detach from the mindset or from the habits of thinking that we're doing something wrong, or that that we're doing something wrong, or that we simply aren't in the right space when Spirit has you exactly where it wants you. Okay, so no, there's not necessarily any more things that is on your to-do list at this moment, except for trust in the journey, trust in Spirit, trust in yourself, trust in all that you're able to do and all that you've left behind. Clear that path. You've done the clearing, and just show up as yourself with the boundaries that you've created, and show up as yourself, for yourself. Do your work, what's in your control. Pray on it, speak it out into existence, whatever resonates with you, and allow Spirit to allow everything to fall into place. You do your work and let it do theirs. Okay? Now, let's dig a little deeper. We have the King of Swords in reverse. We have the Ten of Wands, and we have the Ace of Jars, the Ace of Cups. Okay? You are overly abundant. So many things are coming to you. So many things are happening behind the scenes. There's no need for you to carry the burden. There's no need for you to carry anything. Right now, all we need you to do is create these boundaries. Use this energy and create boundaries as we walk this path, and trust with authority, with excitement, with faith. Walk that path and let Spirit do the rest. Okay, let God do the rest, divine do the rest, whatever it is that you resonate with. Do not carry these burdens. These burdens are not yours to carry. This is something new that is coming to you, that you have cleared space for. Right now, we are coming out of the rest mode, and we are about to get into go mode. Things are moving slowly, not because they're not meant for us, because we're reflecting, we're resting, we're reanalyzing, we're realigning, and then we're walking this path. Ask yourself, is this time frame something that's serving me or hurting me? Is this expectation something that I put on myself, or am I comparing to something else? Okay? And whatever it is, we need to detach. Okay? We have the Five of Swords. We have the Eight of Pentacles, reverse. We have the Wheel of Fortune, reverse. As this cycle starts and this old cycle is ending, you have to trust that you have done the work. You have shown up and you are doing your work. And you are continuously showing up. You're continuously doing your work. Those internal battles, those internal, feelings of lacking, or you don't have it, or you're doing the wrong thing, or you did the wrong thing, or maybe you maybe in a space of loneliness, your hard work is paying off. This is not something that is aligned with us. That's not something that's for you, okay? But that's something that often happens when we have that uncertainty. And a lot of that times that uncertainty comes from lack of faith in ourselves, lack of believing, you know, God's got it, Spirit's got it, ancestors got it. We're not leading you to a path. You're not being led to a path to where, you know, we're just going to like, boop, kick you off. No, ma'am, not at all. Okay. The biggest thing for this overall is allow the connections to go back to self and allow Spirit to walk you on this path. And as you walk on this path, allow that inner light, that inner guide within you to illuminate, to light the path as you take each and every step, and trust in that guidance, and trust in that light, and trust in that movement. Because there's so much that's coming. There's so much that's doing. There's so much that's shifting. It's totally normal to be like, I don't know about this. Like, oh, things are going a little bit too good. Or, oh, I don't know about this. Things just happened a little bit too easily. You know, it's okay to second guess and to check and recheck. But once we checked and rechecked, we got to keep it moving. We got to get going, okay? We have the Prince of Jars, which is the Knight of Jars with the Strength card, okay? So with this Strength card, have the faith to walk forward. Have the faith to keep going. Have the strength to keep going and keep on going, regardless of, you know, any misunderstandings or, you know, who we may lose temporarily or for good along the way. A lot of people and a lot of spaces are being seen exactly for what they are. I got the Prince of Jars again. Okay, so make sure that when we see things and when we respond to things, we take a moment and we reflect. We reflect on how they made us feel, how it made us look, how, you know, what did we experience based off of what it actually was, and then move forward with that in mind, okay? Don't think of it, oh, they didn't mean it like that, or, oh, it could have been something, you know, it could have, or it should have, and we're going to do, no, we are addressing people for exactly, people, places, energies, and things, for exactly how they make us feel, not making excuses. We're aligning with self, and we're staying true to ourselves, and we're keeping it pushing. We're keeping it going, because there's so much good. There's so much community. There's so much coming our way, and I'm excited for you. All right. Have a great day. Please let me know if you have any questions. Love and hugs to you and yours. Until next time, talk to you later. Bye.